Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, I am not in my home right now. Today I'll be cooking with my friend Eugene. And we are going to be preparing a Candida diet meal. So my friends usually don't know how I eat and why I eat the way I do. So I thought I'd bring Eugene in and he can make us a meal. The great thing about Eugene is he's also a chef. I think everyone should have a chef as a friend. I've been really lucky to, know him and learn so much about food through him. But yeah, anything you want to say to my audience?
Well, welcome to the Candid show. Hopefully I can bring some real value to everyone that's watching. I'll let you know what I know about whatever we're going to be cooking. Let's start. I'm hungry.
Yes.
Let's start. Okay. So I guess we have salmon. All right, salmon.
My favorite.
Salmon is just good for you. Like everything, like all the nutrients and all this stuff is really, really good for you. Whenever you buy fish, it should not smell fishy. Fish should always smell like the ocean, not like fish.
Okay.
The sign of a bad fish is when it starts to go off, then it starts to smell fishy.
There was this one time when I bought fish, and as I was cooking it, it started to smell more fishy.
Yeah.
But I ended up throwing it out because obviously
if it smells like crazy fishy, you probably should not eat it.
Yeah.
See, it smells good, right?
Like the ocean. It just doesn't have a really strong scent, which is important.
Yeah. So that's very important. Look,
Yes.
these herbs, these are the last herbs from our garden. We're going to deal with this later. But for now, we can deal with this fish. I've already preset the oven to 350. That's like the standard. And salmon. So salmon is good. It has a lot of omega-3 fatty goodness. It's good for your brain. It's just all around good for you. And because we're just going to be baking this, all there is to it is to put it on a tray. Baking sheet lined with parchment paper is your friend. If you can do this good, and I like to do the parchment or like too much parchment so it goes like this. So sometimes you don't even need to clean the pan. So then the parchment paper rides up and then all the juices come off and you don't even really need to clean the pan. Sometimes.
Okay, so now why parchment paper instead of aluminum foil? Because I used to use aluminum foil and then some commenters got at me and they said, no, you should be using parchment paper. So
aluminum.
I made this switch.
So there's been some speculation lately of aluminum foil being bad to be baked or barbecued. I don't know if that's true. A lot of kitchens just use tinfoil, but we don't usually cook things in the tinfoil. Oven's ready. We usually use the tinfoil to cover things.
Okay.
So if you're like gonna hack something at like a camp, like if you're camping, then tinfoil is fine. But I always use parchment paper just because it's a lot safer and it's easily removable with everything else.
Got it.
Okay. So always use, if you're baking, always use parchment paper.
Got it.
And so this has a skin. We can do skin side up or skin side down. Doesn't really matter. What do you prefer? Do you like
down.
You like
I usually do it down.
What do you want?
Take a look at these fresh herbs. There's oregano, parsley. Forgot what this one's called. Chives. And thyme. We have someone at the door.
We're just gonna put lemon on top of this, and then we're literally just gonna bake it.
Okay, simple.
Okay.
Okay.
And then this is gonna get baked for about 30 minutes or so, or until the salmon is done. Okay, curry time. These are yellow onions, and this is probably the most used ingredient on earth. These are really healthy for you. If you were to eat this on the regular, you would stay healthy. Okay, so I'm doing a stew or a curry, so I'm going to be cutting these into generic pieces, just so it's easy for me to cook. So you take the top off, take the bottom off, and then cut them in half. Cut them in half. There goes one of my onions. And then you take the outer skin off like this. Okay, you don't want the skin. It's not edible and it tastes like shit.
So why is white onion better than purple onion or red onion?
It's not
different.
Red onions are really good raw. They have a very different different aromatic. Yellow onions are really good to be cooked. A Spanish onion, which is the really, really big one, is the sweetest onion out of all of them. So if you're gonna cook an onion to make it like caramelized and caramelized onions, the Spanish onion is definitely the one. But the yellow onion still has lots of nice flavor. It's good for your immune system, and it's the cheapest. So it's still absolutely delicious. Right, so if this is what the onion looks like this, we are going to take this onion and we're gonna cut this guy in half, and then we're just gonna cut this guy into whatever. Okay, it's a stew. It doesn't have to be like super precise, so good to go. Okay, onions, done. Okay. Carrot. So when I peel, I actually peel over the garbage can, and I'll do from top to bottom, just like that, top to bottom, and I'll go all the way down the carrot until it's all the way peeled to save me time. Okay, just like that, and then the whole thing is done. Cut the top off, cut this off. Don't need that. And because this is for a stew, I want some like nice big pieces, just like that. And when you start getting to the end, the thicker piece, I'll cut it in half, and then I'll start cutting it into thicker pieces, just like that. Okay. Boom. Boom. Yams. So this is a purple yam, Japanese yam. This is my dad's favorite yam. It is actually purple on the outside and white on the inside. So we're gonna cut this guy in half. Okay. And then cut him in half, or cut this guy up. Because it's for a stew, doesn't matter. And then we'll do it into little chunkies like this. Okay? Chunkies! We're doing sweet potato because of your diet.
Yes, correct.
But you can swap any kind of potato or any kind of yam in this recipe, and it'll still be the same. Oil first, always oil first. It's too hot. And then shrimp in. Shrimp cook really, really fast. Really, really fast. But I'm just doing shrimp because of the diet, because I know you're trying to stay away from like. But if this was pork or if this was beef or whatever, I would actually leave the pork and the beef in here for the entire cooking process. But because this is shrimp, this is a completely different story, and I'm doing completely different. See, like they're already cooked.
It smells so good.
That's basically how long it takes. I mean, they're not cooked all the way through, but they will be because we're going to be adding it back into the stew. Okay, we're going to do a lot of garlic. I like to cook the garlic off first, 5 to 10 seconds, and then everything else in. And we're just gonna do the initial cook out of this, just to get rid of the initial moisture that all of the ingredients have. And don't forget to season. Pepper.
So how long is this gonna be cooking for?
We cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. And then this is a stock that I made earlier. This has been cooked for a little bit, and then we're gonna add the shrimp back in. Okay? And then we're gonna add, oh, don't forget the juice. This is important. And then we're gonna add our stock. So we're gonna add our stock in here, which basically kills the boil. We're basically cooking out the potatoes and the carrot to make sure that they're actually fully cooked before we add the rest of our curry in.
And what's the stock made from again?
So this is made from seaweed and fish. So it's called the dashi. It's a Japanese broth. It's like a Japanese stock. And it's like the best thing ever.
Seaweed is really good.
Yeah, seaweed's really, really good. So we're gonna let this come to a boil. And when it boils, we're gonna simmer for about 15 minutes.
I've made cauliflower rice in a previous video, so we're just gonna do the same thing.
So I'm just taking out the outer layers here. Just gonna cut this guy in half. And then, great. I'm gonna take fresh thyme. Smells good. Fresh thyme. And I'm gonna tie it in a bundle.
Because it's like right into.
And the reason why I'm tying it into a bundle is so it's easier to remove later. Boop. Scallions, you always wash. Always, always, always wash. Generally, I like to take off the top because sometimes like it just doesn't look nice and it's just better for consistency. And this is going in a stew, so I'm gonna keep the pieces relatively big. So like this big. Normally I like to cut green onions thinner. And then when you get to the whites, you cut them a little bit thinner, just because it's more fibrous when you get down here. Just like that. Okay, so this is parsley. Cool, I scrunch it up. Scrunch it up into a nice little ball. And I keep it in a ball. Just like that. Okay? Fresh parsley. So chives. Chives are always really, really long. So I'll cut them in half and I'll do this. So this is the Japanese curry that I like to use. We're gonna use the entire thing. And then we're just gonna mix it and it's gonna be delicious. So it's got, so see how it bounces back?
Yeah.
So it's perfectly cooked. Parsley! Cauliflower rice!
So what do you do? Like grate it?
Mm-hmm. We use just a regular grater and
Yeah, you just grate it and then cauliflower rice. Crazy!
so this didn't take too long. About how long?
Probably half an hour.
Half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour realistically.
This whole meal is like cook time. An hour and
Probably an hour including prep. Yeah.
not bad for a midweek.
Pretty
meal.
good.
Pretty good.
Like that. I'm so excited for this video.
Cute, cute.
Not.
So we have like cauliflower rice and quinoa. Your choice. We also have salmon.
Thank you, Eugene.